How's it? Today's Monday, August 7th, and I am still rebuilding. My snatch work today was it was okay. I think when I look back at how I felt last week versus to how I feel this week, I think today was a little bit better than last week was as far as range of motion goes, and the pain is very similar. Just trying to make sure that my mechanics are sound so that I don't end up experiencing as much pain as I did. And this complex, this really, really big complex, is something that I made up last week on the spot, just so that I can get to this end range of motion here, the pause back squat. And then the overhead squat as well is kind of forcing me to be really, really cognizant of my proprioception. And then snatch balance is all of those things with speed introduced to it. So it's it was a little challenging today. There were definitely, you'll watch at the end of this here, there were definitely instances where my groin, the issue that my adductor, the issue that I had, leading up to the last meet, it showed up here, right here. I'm not happy. I am not happy. Look at me. But I feel like it's still better than last week. For me, I had it in my head that, like, oh, over the weekend I felt pretty good, so today would just be another step in the right direction as far as like pain management goes, and maybe it is, but the pain is still definitely the same as it was before. And I think like that's okay, you know. As time passes, as I increase the weights, if it doesn't get worse, or I guess if as time passes and if I increase the weights and if it stays the same level of pain, then that is still progress in some sense. Also on this set here, I totally forgot about the pause back squat. I started out with the push presses here, so at least it wasn't my top set. Like all of these snatch balances are a little bit problematic at that end range of motion, but that's to be expected. I'm not gonna get over this whole thing in 1 week. It's just not gonna fix itself in 1 week. 1 week is very little amount of time, so generally speaking, you know, I'm trying to keep my head up. It is hard, but I think it just comes with the territory of lifting. Ooh, that did not look very good. Like mechanically, it looked okay, but it looked like I was hurting. For what it's worth, all of these weights are super light. Like 85 for all these amount of reps is not really challenging. Like I've definitely lifted. Oh, a bar almost fell off my back. I've definitely lifted with stuff like this significantly more. Overhead squat. I think my best is like 130. Snatch, push, press plus overhead squat. That's what it was. I think my best snatch balance is 120, 125. I don't really know. I have historically been really bad at remembering my best numbers. Unless it's an easy number, like my best clean and jerk is 140. Straight up, that's super easy to remember. And then my best snatch, I have no idea. That's like 106, maybe 107. Best snatch off of the blocks. Best snatch from any position is 110. So, yeah, that's just me displaying my inability to remember the numbers that I've hit in the past. This is my last rep here at snatch balance, or this complex overall. Moved into some block power snatches afterwards. These were honestly easy. I mean, they were hard because they were challenging, but they weren't. I didn't feel like I was in danger of hurting myself at all or feel like any pain, except that little overhead squat. I gotta be careful with what I'm doing. That was not supposed to be like that was not intended from the beginning of the workout, and I figured, all right, like I'm just gonna try it because why not? Like I don't have a lot of opportunities to do that, so try it when I can. But I set out a plan for myself, and it feels like I should stick to it. You know, like I generally speaking, am pretty good at remembering and knowing what I need to do. But if I continue to push the boundaries of that box of like expectations I set of myself, I'm gonna get hurt at some point, which is basically what I did for my back. So yeah, after this last warm up here, do 76, which is 3 kilos higher than last week. Like I'm trying my best to be really quick and snappy here. It's not the cleanest I would like it to be. Like this here, my straps are falling off, so this last rep is not as crisp as the others are. But I was not worried about my ability to power snatch 76 for 3 triples today. Yeah, look at how sick that looks. Quick elbows through. Same thing here. And then my last one. I think this is the one where my arms were longer than the others, like as long as like could have been. When people say to keep your arms long. I feel like that was the one, you know. And then after that, I moved into my snatch pulls here. Larry thought I was gonna snatch this here. Little does he know, I can't even squat right now. So, um, yeah, this is 3 kilos heavier than last week. And I was thinking about adding in some Snatcher Mania deadlifts after these pulls, but two things. I was pretty damn tired, and I didn't have the most time left. So I might do them tomorrow. Who knows? I don't know. I think that they were really, really helpful for me on Saturday. And if I end up doing it with a little bit of extra range of motion, I think it would be helpful as well here. But finished off with some pull-ups here, just one set, because again, I didn't have too much time. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, guys. It's super meaningful for me. Thanks for the support. But yeah, shoots.